Hey everybody, it's Friday, August 21st, and I'm so excited to be featuring a new segment here on the vlog, calling it Ask Jody. So I got some great first questions from some of my wonderful friends on Facebook, so I want to get started. Jocelyn asks, what is your favorite season? Good question. I definitely love the seasons. I think my favorite, it's either a mix between winter or spring. Winter because I love Christmas. Spring because things are blooming and it's, time for renewal, rebirth. So yeah, winter and then probably spring. My Auntie Carol asks, where am I going on my next vacation? Truth be told, I don't know. Andrew and I might go on a few day trips around California this coming month, September. My next big vacation will be probably in February for my 40th birthday, but I don't really know where we'll go yet, so that will be TBD. Emmy asks, what was my first car? Another great question, and there's a little story behind that. So I was born in 76, so I'm of the generation that I was getting my driver's license when the Geo Metros were real popular. I know, I don't know if I should be embarrassed or cool to say that I like the Geo Metro, but I just love the car, and I wanted that to be my first car, but they didn't have power steering, and because of the adaptions I needed for my car, the Geo didn't work out. So what happened was my mom, who drove a 1987 Cutlass Sierra, did have power steering. It was kind of a grandma car, if you will. Sorry if I'm offending anybody out there. So she took my Geo, which I got from my grandmother. She bought me for a gift. So she got the Geo and I got her Cutlass. So yeah, Mom was pretty awesome to sacrifice what I now realize was a luxury vehicle compared to the Geo Metro, so I could have a car when I turned. By the time that all the adaptions were made, I was 17 and loved being able to drive. It was a huge turning point for independence for me. Elizabeth asks, what was the last book you read? Good question. I just got done reading The Power of Habit for this radiology education improvement course I'm doing at Stanford. It's a great book. Highly recommend it. Stephen asks, are you more bothered by ignorant children asking questions about you or their adult parents shaming the child afterwards? Depending on the day, my patience may be more or less. But on a good day, when I'm feeling more patient, I really try not to lash out to children because I really feel like, they're just being curious. And that's okay. Curiosity is fine. Part of why I like this segment, Ask Jody, is because I want people through this forum or even out in public to always feel like they can ask questions, because I'd rather you ask a question than stare, and I'd rather you ask a question and get an accurate, intelligent answer than make assumptions and be ignorant. So I guess I would say it depends, if the children are pointing and being obnoxious, that's not too cool. But, parents, I like it when they play it cool. Shaming their children isn't cool, because then you're teaching your kid to be afraid or awkward, or maybe, to be embarrassed around a person with a disability or somebody that looks different, and that's not what we want either. You want to teach, tolerance and diversity and acceptance. So Janice asks, what is your opinion of Little Women of LA? So a little back history. So I'm a little person. I'm 3 foot 11 inches tall, and I belong to a community called Little People of America. I'm a part of a community and belong to an organization called Little People of America. And you'll come to learn more about that over time as I share through these vlogs. And you've probably heard of the Roll-Offs. About, probably 10 years ago now. They started Little People Big World. TLC started a series to follow their life. And out of that has kind of come this reality TV industry of shows featuring little people. And the most recent is Little Women of LA. Now, full disclosure, I've not watched the show. Again, I know of people in it just from being in this organization and part of the community. I think I have a split opinion on it. On the one hand, I say, there's, Desperate Housewives of LA, or, lots of different people have reality shows. So why shouldn't little people have reality shows? We say that we're no different than anybody else. So why not have your own show? On the other hand, I can't ignore the, how to say this? I think that we have to be careful representing our community and our people. I would not choose to be on a show like The Little Women of LA, because I think the shows in general are scripted, and I think that there's a possibility for exploitation, and it's important to me that, our community be represented as accurately as possible, and that there's already a lot of stereotypes or misunderstandings about, people with dwarfism and how they're perceived. And so I would just want to be really careful about that that you're not being further objectified. Mark, you post something about Monty Python, and I'm assuming this is something about the meaning of life, but I'm going to have to go back and check. I'm not a big Monty Python fan, so I don't really know exactly what this reference is, but I will check it out and I'll save it for the next Ask Jody. But thank you for asking. Christina asks, what's your favorite holiday and why? Yeah, it's Christmas. And yeah, it's because of the gifts. Of course, as I've gotten older, it's gotten less about the gifts, but my grandmother and mother both loved Christmas. The decorations, full out, and I certainly picked up that liking of it, and so yeah, it's Christmas. Rachel asks, what was it like as a Dower Dragon, favorite teacher, and why? So my elementary school was John Dower Elementary, and we were the Dower Dragons. And it's funny you ask this, Rachel, because Andrew just the other night was asking me if we had an elementary school mascot. And indeed we did. We were the Dragons. And I loved my elementary school. It was right down the street from where I lived. And once I was in the door, it was fine. I was just Jody. And I did things a little bit different sometimes in terms of some of the physical activities. But I was fully mainstreamed and very well socialized. And I absolutely know without a doubt that the reason that I had such a good elementary foundation is why, it's a large part of how I've grown up and why I am who I am today. And I had excellent teachers at Dower. Mrs. Osborne in 1st and 2nd grade, Mrs. Arkell in 3rd, Mr. Bobco in 4th, Mrs. Turner in 5th, and Mrs. Camelhorn in 6th. And if I can remember all their names, they made an impact on me. Mary asks, what's your most memorable moment with Alton and why? So Alton is my golden retriever fur son. And the most memorable has to be the first time I picked him up. When I first went in and picked him out, we played a little tug. He was the only puppy who was awake when I was there. So we got to play. And then I picked him up and, he's nuzzling my ear. It was just really special. I felt an instant emotional connection with him. So that's, to date, the most memorable moment. And family member Beaver asks, are you making Andy act right? Beaver, it's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. And yes, I think I am. All kidding aside, he's a great man, great partner. Just love doing so many things with him. His support for me to do this vlog, I couldn't do it without him. He's a great first son daddy. So yeah, he's a keeper, and we're coming on to 8 years of wedded bliss. So yeah, that's everybody's questions for tonight, and thank you so much for asking. This, by far, I'm now, I think, 19 days into vlogging, and this has been a really good kind of rewind in my sails. I think I'm really going to enjoy engaging with people who watch, subscribers, and friends. And I really appreciate your asking. And I look forward to next week. So that's it for tonight. Hope you've had a great week. TGIF. Have a great weekend. Relax. Enjoy. And I will see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bye.